America, I'm Adventure Abby, and this is a video for all you hikers out there. Now today...
Hey there, Abby, what's going on?
Oh no, not now. Jedediah, what are you doing here?
Well, I just figured I'd see how things are going on this neck of the woods. What's the camera finger jigger for?
I'm doing a video about how to read a topographic map.
Oh, hi America. What's topographic map?
It's this. It teaches hikers on the best ways to hike up mountains.
You mean this page full of squiggly lines can teach you that?
Well, the squiggly lines are actually called contour lines.
I like to call them squiggly lines. More simple.
Okay, I guess. So, contour lines show slope, elevation, and relief.
Relief? What kind of relief? Like tummy relief?
No, like you take the larger elevation and then you take the smaller elevation and subtract the smaller elevation from the larger elevation to get the relief.
I could sure use some tummy relief right now. You got any Pepto-Bismol?
It's not that kind of relief. Also, it shows elevation. So each number on the contour lines show how high the area is above sea level. On the thick lines, it shows the number, and that would be the index contour line.
Well, how many is that? I can't read.
That says 5,600. So it'd be
5,000.
Yes, it'd be 5,600 feet above sea level.
Very nice.
Also, and lastly, contour lines show slope. So if the contour lines are farther apart, then that means it's less steep. So if they're closer together,
they're more steep.
Exactly.
Yes, I got one right. I can't wait to tell my wife. Maybe I'll wake her up from her 2-year sleep.
We'll talk later.
Now,
I know you don't really like rules, but contour lines have 3 really important rules.
Yeah, I don't like rules, but go ahead.
Now, rule number 1, contour lines can never overlap because you can't have different elevations in the same area.
Oh, why not?
Well, it has something to do with physics.
What's physics?
We're not talking about this right now. We're talking about hiking.
Alright.
Rule number 2, contour lines, when they're closed circles, that means it's the top of the mountain. It's the highest point.
Alright. Is there more raccoons on top of a mountain?
I don't really know. This isn't about raccoons. It's about elevation and slope and relief.
Well, what's the whole point of this thing of a jigger?
It's to hike on.
Well, why would you want to hike when you can just hunt raccoons for dinner? Some fried raccoon tastes really good.
Let's go to the 3rd rule. The 3rd rule is that the contour interval will stay the same throughout the entire map. The contour interval on this map is 40 feet.
Oh, alright. That's a lot.
Not much, considering, but the contour interval is the difference of elevation between each of the contour lines. So in between each of the squiggly lines, it's 40 feet.
Oh, squiggly line. Alright. So that makes sense because, like, if they're closer together, that means it doesn't take as long for it to get up 40 feet, right? So that means it's steeper.
Exactly. Yes. Now let's go to the key components of a topographical map. Now down here we have our compass rose.
Oh, that doesn't look like a rose. Roses are red and flowery and you give them to your dead wives.
Well, that's a flower. These are compass roses that tell us directions: north, south, east, and
Petunia?
West.
Oh.
Now this is our scale. It's 17,500 in real life.
My scale says I weigh 200 pounds.
Doesn't show. Now,
thanks.
this is 1 mile. So 1 mile on this would equal 17,500 in real life. So where it actually is, which is Paradise, Washington, on the eastern side of Mount Rainier.
That sure is a big number.
Yep.
Where's Mount Rainier?
It's in Washington.
You mean like D.C.?
No, Washington. Just Washington.
Keep going.
Okay. Now, we're going to look down at the Tattoos Range.
Isn't those the things you get on your arms that kind of stay there for a while?
No, those are tattoos. This is a range. Now, right here we see the castle, which is a hill. And on the castle there are 2 closed circles. What does that mean?
They're mountains.
The very tops of mountains, the peaks.
That's close enough.
Also, you can see that there are 3 lakes because the lakes are represented by the blue circles. Also, there isn't much vegetation in the Tattoos Range because there's not much green.
Well, what's vegetation? Does that have something to do with vegetables?
Not really. Vegetation is like trees or grass or shrubbery.
Oh, that means there'd be more raccoons, right?
I don't know anything about raccoons.
You're not a true American, clearly.
Now that we've done talking about how to read a topographic map, let's get hiking.
Didn't bring my boots.
Not literally hiking, just showing how to hike using a topographic map.
Oh, I get you.
Now, if you're a beginner hiker, then you might want to look at going up a mountain with the contour lines farther apart, because that means
It's steeper?
it's not as steep
Oh.
because they're farther apart.
I get a bit mixed up sometimes.
Also, you might want to look at the map legend, or also referred to as key.
Well, I never use keys. I just kick the door open.
Doesn't that hurt your foot?
Psh, no, I got feet of steel. Used to wrestling bears.
Okay, so the key will tell you what types of trails you might want to use, like paved roads or gravel. Also, if you want to pitch tent somewhere, you might want to do it on a closed circle, because
There's no change in elevation.
exactly, it's the peak of the mountain.
Where always be the best place to build a house?
You can't build a house here, it's a national forest.
Dadgummit. I thought you could build a house anywhere in America. This is the land of opportunity, isn't it?
This is a national forest, though. There's no opportunity in this place.
Wow. I feel kind of bad for it, really.
Well, that's enough for today. Bye, Jedediah.
Well, bye, America.
Sorry about him. Join me next week for the Rock and Water Cycle. See ya!